Hi, I'm Wes Uehara. I'm the Engineering Transfer Center Director here at the UCLA Summerlee School of Engineering and Applied Science. UCLA is one of the few universities across the country that has a dedicated transfer center specifically for our engineering transfer students. That's in large part due to the enormity of the tasks that transfer students will go through as they transition their learning to UCLA Engineering and really collect the kinds of experiences that are going to be meaningful and needed to identify the kinds of jobs or the steps after graduation that they would like to take. Indeed, you'll be spending some time transitioning your learning, learning a new environment, performing well in your classes, and then collecting the experiences that will help you to explore, but also make you marketable to be hired as an engineer after graduation. Our freshman admit students have 4 to 5 years to do this, and our transfer students only get 2 to 3 years of the UCLA engineering experience before moving off into the world of professional engineering. The Engineering Transfer Center is here to help, and one of the ways we do that is through the Summer Accelerator for UCLA Engineering Transfer students. The summer before you start here at UCLA Engineering really becomes a valuable and important piece in being able to transition your learning and really hit the ground running once you get here in the fall. What you see here on this slide are the programs and activities that are associated to the Summer Accelerator for newly admitted UCLA Engineering Transfer students. This is on top of the enormity of things that our incoming students will want to do in the summer before they matriculate and start here in fall of 2022. Things like new student orientation, which is organized by campus. You'll meet your academic counselors at that orientation, and it'll be a way for you to be able to plan your fall quarter schedule. I do encourage all of you to consider signing up and attending your new student orientation over the summer. Some of you may elect to take a summer session class here at UCLA. There are a couple of engineering majors where you'll want to do that because it will help to reduce the time to degree and your time here at UCLA Engineering. Some of you may be involved in academic research or working in an industry internship, or some of you may have a part-time job that you're going to be working over the summer. So needless to say, there's a lot to do in the summer before, and it is a very important one because you have shortened amount of time here at UCLA Engineering to really reap all the benefits and help prepare yourself to take the next step after graduation. And so I do encourage you to consider what your options are and to participate in many of these activities as you can. So let's focus back here at the Summer Accelerator programs. And these are really tailored for engineering transfer students because you do have a lot to do in the 2 years that you're here, maybe 2 to 3 years that you're here at UCLA Engineering, with regard to really kind of experiencing engineering, right? Understanding what you have an affinity towards, to know what it is that you want to do after graduation, and then to collect the experiences that will help make you marketable to secure that pathway at graduation. Okay, so first off is our diagnostic assessment tests, and this will happen on June 2nd. That's right after the transfer SIR deadline. You'll be receiving an email invitation from our office inviting you to take these diagnostic assessment tests. And what it is we've created 6 assessments for courses that you may have taken at your previous institution, okay? We've taken the course outcomes for the expectation here at UCLA Engineering and created these assessments to help you to identify any areas that you may be weak in, so that you can spend some of your summer addressing what those weaknesses are so that you'll be prepared and ready to succeed in the courses in the fall quarter or through your first year. And so we have some assessments in math, differential equations, and linear algebra. We have one in coding, both in CS 3132 as well as MATLAB. I do highly encourage you, if you took your coding class many years ago, or if you're needing to take CS 32 or 33 here at UCLA Engineering, that you really take these diagnostic assessments because it'll help you to identify areas that you might want to brush up on, okay? We also have an assessment in a circuits class, and so you can elect to take that to see where your proficiency lies. So that happens on June 2nd. You have a few days. The deadline to complete your diagnostic assessments is June 10th. The whole idea with this is we'd like you to have the results before summer session starts, in the event that the results suggest that you retake a course over the summer. And if not, just to have that information moving forward you know, and so you can use that to think about what courses you'd like to take at summer session, okay? In addition to that, we offer something called the zyBooks Online Course Refresher Textbook. What we've done is we've created an online textbook based in parallel with all of the courses that are associated to the diagnostic assessments. And the goal with this is, hey, if you've identified an area that you're weak in, you can purchase a zybook to have access to the specific modules that are included and expected in courses here at UCLA Engineering, and to brush up on those modules. The great part about zyBooks is it's all self-guided. As you do the practice problems and challenge questions, it'll provide you some feedback on what you're doing right or what you're doing wrong. So you can really participate and do these activities for the sake of learning without the pressure of, you know, performing on an examination or having a grade connected to that. Once you purchase the zyBooks textbook, then you will have access to the modules for all the courses that are connected to or available in the diagnostic assessments. And so that's something that we will offer to our transfer students. In addition to that, we'll offer an opportunity for you to retake the diagnostic assessment at the end of the summer to see what any of your efforts have done with regard to your proficiency in those modules of those courses. Okay, the next two program components we have are basic training and the hack technical competition. These are super fun, right? In addition to that, you're going to be learning different kinds of engineering design tools and further honing your abilities in using those design tools. You know, that will help you to both have the resources to work on more independent or meaningful projects for yourself. It'll provide you a little bit to be able to hit the ground running with our student design teams here in the School of Engineering, and definitely skills that, you know, some of our recruiters, both for labs as well as industry internships, may be looking for, right? So the basic training is a series of workshops that's going to be taught on things like coding, circuits, and Arduinos. We're also going to be including some workshops on SolidWorks, which is the industry standard for CADing, as well as an introduction to fabrication. It will all be virtual, with the exception of the last day, which is going to be in person in our makerspace, the UCLA Engineering Innovation Lab. You get to see what kinds of tools and equipment that we have here, and we will also be 3D printing the prototypes that you design in the workshops on that day. Okay, so everything is hybrid. The last day is in person. It's optional. If you are not local, you can still participate in the basic training workshops. Okay, basic training is required for any student who is interested in participating in the technical hack. Okay, we've had several iterations of different kinds of projects that were included over the years, increasingly getting more complicated and difficult. Hack will involve a coding aspect as well as a hardware aspect. The meetings and workshops, again, will be virtual. You'll be placed on a team. One of your teammates will need to be local because it will be, the hack actually will be a hybrid experience where you'll spend some time in the innovation lab utilizing tools to prepare your prototype for the competition, okay? Super fun. It's a great way to really hone your skills, get to meet some of our transfer students, both those that are going to be coming in along with you, you know, as part of your cohort, but also some of the students who work with design teams, our student leaders who work in the innovation lab. And so it'll be a great way to connect with them and learn a little bit more about the kinds of opportunities that they have to help you hone your skills and explore more of engineering, in addition to connecting with some of the alum that are already working in the industry. Okay, so basic training and hack, really fun, really great opportunities. Your parts and supplies are all subsidized. There is a limitation on the people that can sign up for this. We're limiting it to the first 50 people who sign up, and it does fill up quickly. And so we encourage you, if you're interested in these activities, make sure that you are available and can attend all of the sessions. And then go ahead and sign up for basic training and hack. Signups for all of these programs are going to happen after our info session. I'll talk a little bit more about that as we get through this presentation. E-Transfer 101, I hesitate to call it an orientation because I don't want you to get confused with campus's new student orientation, which is very different. It's more a general campus kind of experience, you know, with your meeting with your academic counselors from here at UCLA Engineering. Our e-transfer 101 is really meant to help our engineering transfer students both get a lay of the land, right? When dates and deadlines are going to be so that you don't miss the boat, right? Because in 2 years, there is a possibility if you miss it the first time, you may never get to participate in it, okay? So first and foremost, e-transfer 101 is designed to give you an idea of what to expect, when the deadlines, when the opportunities are in your first year. Secondly, this is your mechanism to be able to connect with other students in your department. And third, a big bulk of eTransfer 101 is going to be focused on helping you to prepare for fall recruiting events that start happening in week 3 of the fall quarter. And so we'll help you to do things like review your resume, think about what you're going to say, and how you can speak about yourself as a budding engineer to a recruiter. You're going to also meet the people that are going to provide you additional assistance and access to important recruiting events. And so that's really what eTransfer 101 is about. And again, it's really tailored to the engineering transfer student and really being able to prep some of those kinds of things before the rush of the fall quarter starts. Okay, Classroom Bootcamp is different from Course Refresher. Classroom Bootcamp is all about pre-learning content, okay? And so we're gonna be hosting Classroom Bootcamp in 2 classes. The first is UCLA CS32, and the second is MATLAB, okay? The Classroom Bootcamp in CS32 does have a prerequisite that you must have completed CS31, right, or the equivalent of UCLA CS31 at your prior institution. There's no way you're going to be able to participate in the bootcamp in CS32 if you don't have the concepts from CS31. Okay, in addition to that though, if you have taken CS32 and would like to brush up on that, you're also welcome to participate in the CS32 bootcamp. Also, if you have taken or need to take M20, which is MATLAB here at UCLA Engineering, you're welcome to participate in the MATLAB Classroom Bootcamp. The bootcamp is about providing you with a little bit of pre-learning of content so you can get a jump on that when you do have to take the course. It's also about giving you a feel for what an examination or a final project is going to be, or the rigor in the classroom. You'll have a lecture period as well as a discussion section. Some of our mentors will be sharing some of their study strategies and how to do well in the classes, as well as how to deal with the grade that you receive after taking your midterms and what to do about that. And so Classroom Bootcamp is the culminating summer program because we'd like it to be as close to the time when you're going to actually have to take these classes as possible. And so Classroom Bootcamp ends the summer the week before, it concludes the week before Welcome Week, or what we call 0 Week here at UCLA in the fall. Okay, just sort of an added thing during the academic year, the Engineering Transfer Center provides a lot of different kinds of resources with regards to like networking activities, workshops, and info sessions. We have a newsletter to kind of help you to stay on top of, the things that you need to do by week. And then we also have some fun things that we're going to be planning for our transfer students, as well as tutoring support will continue on the Discord server through the academic year. Okay, so that is the components for the Summer Accelerator. So I know it's a lot of information and there's a lot of things that you got to think about, both from the context of what you think will be valuable, right? And how you want to spend your summer and how you want to make the most use of your time here at UCLA Engineering. You also need to make sure that you're available if you're wanting to commit to any of these kinds of activities. And so we're going to be hosting an info session. And again, only students who SI are going to receive this invitation. To kind of talk a little bit more in detail about each of these program components. We're also going to bring some alum from last year's program to kind of talk about their experiences with the program and how it benefited them during the academic year. And so if you want to learn a little bit more of the nitty-gritty, we do encourage you guys to attend the info session on Wednesday, June 8th. Mark that in your calendar now, and you can register to receive the Zoom session link for that session. The registration link is going to be on the Accelerator website and will also be on the Discover UCLA Engineering for Transfers event website. But you will also receive an email from us inviting you to attend this info session. So for now, just calendar these important dates, right? As you know, June 1st is the deadline to submit your intent to register to UCLA. And I do hope you choose to join the Bruin Engineering community. June 2nd, for those who do SIR, you should expect an email invitation from our office inviting you to take those diagnostic assessment tests I spoke about. By the way, results are available immediately, and so you can see what modules you missed. And then you'll also receive an invitation to attend the How to Spend Your Summer info session, which happens on June 8th. Okay. On June 10th, that's when that's when the diagnostic assessments will close. And so we do encourage you to try to take as many of the diagnostic assessments as you can between June 2nd and June 10th. It's not necessarily something that you should study for. You can do that. Again, it's about checking your proficiency. It's not for a grade, right? You don't get credit from the diagnostic assessments. And so we do encourage you to take it so that you can understand what areas you might want to brush up on before the fall quarter starts, okay? June 13th is the deadline to register for all of the Accelerator programs. That's the basic training and hack, which will fill up the eTransfer 101, which is very valuable and important. And then of course, the classroom bootcamp, should you want to, prepare and pre-learn some of the course content from the courses that we're offering, okay? June 21st is when UCLA Summer Session A starts. And so that's an important day. You need to register for classes if you're going to take summer session. And, by now you're probably getting, that like taking a summer session class, could be a lot if you decide to participate in all of the Accelerator activities, right? And so, very quickly, my recommendation to our students is, really take some time to evaluate what's going to be the best sort of investment in your time over the summers. The summers are so valuable, not just this first summer, but your second summer, because that's really when you're going to have a lot of opportunities to get your hands dirty and get some experience with some technical work and professional development. And really the goal again, right, is not only to graduate with your degree in engineering, but to really know what it is that you want to do, okay? And you're going to be less able to do that if you don't get involved in some of these kinds of valuable experiences, okay? So put in a short way, don't be in such a rush to graduate and get out of here, because there is a lot that you need to do to be able to, again, explore, right, the buffet line of engineering and know what it is that you want to go back for or what you want to pursue, in life after graduation. And then really to collect the kinds of both experiences that will help make you marketable, but also to connect with the communities that are going to help, help you in your journey to accomplish what it is that you want to go into after graduation, right? And I'm talking about connecting with alum who are working at the companies that you want to be working at, or really, building up a relationship with your peers who you will become colleagues with, right, after graduation. And so, those things take a lot of time, okay? June 23rd is when the basic training at Accelerator starts. That's really the first formal program of the summer that we have for our incoming transfer students. And so just some important dates for you to keep in mind moving forward. And again, I want to congratulate all of you on your acceptance to UCLA Engineering. And I'm really hoping and looking forward to working and meeting you and welcoming you into the UCLA Engineering, Bruin Engineering family. And so thank you very much for your time and listening in. And if at any point you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us at the center. And the links to do that is on the Discover website, as well as the Engineering Transfer Center website. So thank you again. Congratulations. Welcome to the family, and have a great day.